gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie to you, because if I lie to you, I'm only lying to myself. So let me make my coffee and we'll run through the numbers. Rightio, so it's day 92 of using Vinted to sell my old stuff that got me started in reselling. The aim, day 99 is getting closer and closer, so let's just run through, because there might be some people new to the channel and asking like what day 92 is. So let's run through. Let me throw the spoon away one side. So basically, I'm using Vinted to sell my old stuff that got me started in reselling. All this stuff, it's no longer sat on any online platform, because my eBay store, which is like the main part of my business, selling collectibles, it's got too many listings to justify putting like certain personal belongings of mine on the eBay store anymore. So instead, I'm using Vinted as a way of testing the platform to see how it does for selling. Learn the platform, like what can I do better, what can I improve on, that kind of thing. And I've basically set myself a few rules for this. So the purpose is, by the end of March, because that's the end of the tax year, the 5th of April, I want to accumulate as much money from my old belongings as possible to basically pay for a bigger unit that can allow me to do all my work in one place, because it just streamlines the business and just makes it much more efficient. And I know, say, that higher cost in, say, unit fees will pay off, because it will save me more time and allow me to be more productive. And so if we can have my old belongings doing that, helping towards that even, fantastic. So yeah, day 92 of that, it's however many days until the end of March. I've set myself a few rules in terms of like managing my vintage shop, just because I don't want to spend all day on it, because it is like low value items on my vintage store. So I basically say I can do a maximum of 20 listings per day. After that, you're finished. What else do I say? 20 listings per day. 20 listings per day. What else do I say? I can't even remember. I implemented a rule 4, which is I can only have a maximum of 99 items on my Vinted store. Again, it just stops me building a huge Vinted store that's quite difficult to navigate. So my aim is to keep it low and focus on the active items on the Vinted store, reduce prices, bump items, and make sure stock's turning over at a reasonable rate. And then here we are, Friday. So on Fridays, I do a balance update, and these balance updates let us know where we're at, how we're doing, that kind of thing. Not looking amazing, just because by day 99, which is next Friday, I want to be at £2,000. And looking at the numbers today, I don't know if that's possible. We're going to need a big week, and no worries, we'll work towards that, but we'll see how we do. So last week, it's only, by the way, it's only going to be a short video today, just because the listings have maxed out. We've got 99 listings on the store, and other than the balance update and sales update, that's all there is to talk about. So last time we spoke, we need to get him up, get the piggy up. So the old balance was £1,664.62. That's okay. Now, so a week later, granted, this week I've not really done a lot of work on the Vinted store. We got down to like 86 listings, so I've basically restocked and made sure we're always back at 99, which we are, which is good. But considering we've done a week's past, we're now sitting at £1,760.42, which again is a decent number, but in the space of a week that's a £95 80 increase, which if we weren't chasing £2 by day 99 doesn't sound too bad. However, in the space of a week we need to hit £239.58 by next Friday. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So that's averaging like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. That's averaging like £35 a day. And I'm looking at the stock currently listed. It is possible. We've got £1,001.50 listed if everything sold at full price. So if you said I sent out offers for 20% on stuff, we could get some decent bites. So that's going to be the aim for next week, and even over the weekend. Actually, it would be really good on Vinted if I could just send out offers automatically. But I think possibly people that watch the item over the weekend, I'm going to send out an automatic offer of like 15% off and see if people buy. Previous watchers, they're not going to get stuff sent out. I might knock the price down and that will send a notification to them. So I might do that instead. I've not decided. But yeah, a lot of work's needed for next week. We have to hit that £2,000. We have to be there by day 99, because what the plan is not to touch any of the Vinted pot balance any longer until we hit day 99 and hit that £2,000. And as soon as we hit that 2k by day 99, I'm happy to spend all that £2,000 on more collectibles to sell on the eBay store, because I'm almost sure that in the space of like 48 days later, I'm confident we can make another £1,000 by having the two platforms building money for us. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, short video today. But that's where we're at. Definitely a little bit of concern for hitting that day 99 goal, but you just have to keep going. You have to keep going, and we'll get there. You might miss, if I miss it this time, we make sure we hit 3,000 by day, such a thing. Right, have a good weekend. Have a look at the Vinted store. If there's anything you want, we'll do a good deal. See you in a bit. By the way, there was only one sale since speaking to you last, which again isn't fantastic. Tuesday we had the wrestling figure go. Since then, and this only came in yesterday, we had some thermal running bottoms go for £1. We've sent them off, but yeah, pennies make pounds. What do pounds make? See you in a bit.